In this episode, we're going to look at a recap of month one of the Summer of Wrestling Organization Online, look at the winners and what happened there, and then we're going to look at the details of month two, which we are into now. So if you're interested in Wrestling Organization Online, stay tuned. Oh yeah, brother! Welcome back, all you wrestling fans. Bronze Dragon here, bringing you a Summer of Woo update. That's right, we just got done with part one. There are 3 parts to the Summer of Woo, which is a big promotion that the Wrestling Organization Online game is running currently. We just got done with month one. We're into month two, so I thought we would go ahead and take a look at it. This information just dropped, I believe, yesterday, so I will leave a link to this article in the show notes. We have covered this game before in the cross promotion with Splinterlands, so that's kind of what got me into it. I found the community very welcoming, and we'll get into that, but let's take a look at the wrap up of month one. And like I said, you can read through the article. But in month one, there was 500 plus 100 bonus hives, so 600 600 hive split amongst the top players within Woo. And then in this article, they go through it and show you exactly who won what. If you will see, my name did come in 9, so I did play a fair amount. Thanks go out to, I did buy a fair amount of cards, but I had a couple people that loaned me some cards, and that definitely did help out. But it also helped me learn some strategy, and we can go through that. Leave in the show notes if you want to hear more about Woo and Woo's strategy, and if you want to hear more coverage on it, and I'll go into it. It is a game I was having fun with. I'm still having fun with and playing it a few times on a daily basis. It's a fine line between wearing your wrestlers out and using them too much, and then you have to wait for them to recoup, and you don't want to damage them. Either way, basically I ended up in 9th place, and I won a little bit more than 25 hive, so 25.67 hive. The top winner was Freedom Prepper, and they took away 57.13. They also played significantly more games than what I did. But anyway, I had fun doing it. So we are, and they leave a long list of everybody who contributed and got in on it. So basically, this was part of the interaction or cross promotion with Splinterlands. At this point, about 14,000 SPS has been burned and 350,000 DEC has been burned due to the cross promotion going on. 34 rare starter sets have been given away, and they have some rare starter sets left, as well as the common sets left. So if you want to get in on one of those, go ahead and look at my prior video on this, or you can go over into the Woo Discord and get more information on that. But basically, it was a cross promotion. Ended up burning some SPS and DEC. It's just basically you buy a Booker's license with SPS or DEC, and whatever you buy it with gets burnt. So it helps out a little bit. Plus, you get to check out a new game. Since the beginning of this, they also started a referral type process, and I'll leave this in the show notes if you want to start playing Woo. Basically, you just buy the Booker's license with SPS or DEC. And the process is that you have to go into the Discord, the Woo Discord, and then just open a ticket like you've got an issue, but it's not really an issue. And you provide your Hive username, the currency that you use to buy the license, and the person that you referred to. And at this point, tell them you're still in on the Splinterlands cross promotion. And that same ticket will get me a little bit of something in game for referring you, as well as get you a silver or a common, rare or common. I was forgetting what they called it. Rare or common starter set. And that gives you some wrestlers to start out with. Either way, that's a new process to get referrers a little bit of something in the game. So I would appreciate it. So the next point is the raffles that they hold once in a while, and they leave a link to it. It is over on their page, and you can see that over time they've held a few different raffles. The one I saw recently was a 50-50 raffle. Basically like a regular 50-50, you put in your Woo token and then the winner takes half of it. So that is one item as well. Now, they do point out that they're going through this process during the summer, and they're burning a lot of Woo, which leads value to the Woo token. Last week, or not even last week, a few days ago, they had a big event where Perry Saturn, one of the wrestlers in game, came on the pizza event, if you're familiar with Hive Pizza, and they had an audio conference. It was very cool hearing his stories and everything. One thing I wanted to remember to say is the second month, basically, they're bringing the Hive available up to 1,000, whereas it was 600 this past month. Now it's going up to 1,000. So that is the big thing as far as month 2. And basically, you just have to get into game and start playing. And you've got, obviously you want to try to get a better win ratio than win to loss ratio rather. But it's an interesting game to get into, because a lot of card games you don't really have to worry about injuring your characters on your cards, whereas in this game, just like regular people, they do get worn out, and the more worn out they become, the more susceptible to injury. And if they get a minor or major injury, then you just can't play that card for a while. So it's a very interesting card game to get into. So let's go ahead and jump into, well, that's the main account. But another thing I want to bring up, if you go out over to the main Woo website, you can also buy and stake Woo, or you can buy Woo on Hive Engine, okay? But then you can go ahead and you can stake it over here, and you can get, I think I've got 353,000 at this point. It's drawing a 14.2% APR, so that does help out. So there's a lot to this game, but let's jump back to, I just wanted to mention that. So we can go into my collection, and you can kind of see where I stand now. Some of this was from the basic set that I got through the promotion. Some of it I bought, but it's basically a collection of wrestlers that exist within 3 classes, or 3 different segregations, really. You've got tag team, you've got male, you've got female, and then there's a 4th group, which is managers, which if you have enough funds from your show left over, you can add on a manager to one of the fights or matches, and it will help out in some form or fashion. So this was basically just meant to be a quick video to make you aware that the second month has started and that there are prizes available. They're also doing in-game, they also do weekly sort of a quest called the Summer of Woo Quest, and they put out some stipulations. Do 5 matches this way, and then provide proof, and then you get in on other drawings. So it's been pretty fun. I mean, they've obviously it's a big promotional event for the team. They're getting ready to come out with a new set of cards, a new set of wrestlers. The wrestlers are evolving. From Booker Man, he says that some things are changing. For instance, like tag team in the initial set might be splitting up to 2 individuals, and just like we saw over the years in real wrestling, where the wrestlers don't stay stagnant. They have different things that they change as far as how they dress up and their gimmick, which is what they call it. So it's very interesting to see the evolution of the game. I'm still finding it pretty fun to play. The match liquidity is pretty low at times. Most times I end up playing. I play the bot. So there's a bot built into the game in case you can't find a real person to play. You end up playing the bot, and a lot of times. Lately, a few weeks ago, I was having a problem where I was getting a lot of error outs. But lately I've been just facing the bot a lot. So either way, it's been fun. It's been a fun little change as far as different card games. And if you're halfway interested in wrestling, you might be interested in this. Also, I will mention that a few of the named wrestlers within the game do actually get money out of card sales when you buy their actual cards. So if you're not familiar, retired wrestlers, they don't really have a health and pension plan, stuff like that. So either way, it's been interesting. and I intend on keep playing. So if you have any questions, you want to see more coverage of WoW, go ahead and leave it in the comment section. Other than that, I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy. This is Bronze Dragon saying, "Oh yeah, brother!"